I want to explain a little bit about how we work the pigs in the land. So we do a few different ways, but one of the ways that we do work the land with the pigs is to let them root everything up completely and get access to all the roots and all the bugs and all the worms and everything on the land. And what they'll do is they'll completely turn everything up, and they'll drop a ton of fertilizer and a ton of manure, but they're going to kill a lot of plants whenever they completely uproot everything. So what we do whenever we have that kind of situation is we'll run this Harley rake across it, create a seed bed, and then we'll broadcast seeds over there, and we'll create like an annual food plot or annual cover crop. And then we will let the sheep graze that, and then the pigs won't come back for a long time, because they basically, you know, there's so much nutrient here that a lot of plants have to grow and be eaten down before they really need to come back, and the root development isn't going to be there. So whenever we have a piece of land like this, it's really for the purpose of putting down a lot of nutrients and growing a lot of food for the sheep. And so we run this Harley rake, then we'll broadcast seed. You don't really need to drill seed or anything, because this is a perfect seed bed. And that's really all you need to do. And then as far as the type of plants, you can really get plants that are more like nutrient scavengers. So something that's gonna likes a lot of nutrients will grow, get a lot of dry matter, because you have all this, you know, fresh soil, and that's the plan for this. There are other places where maybe the pigs don't go through, or they go through real lightly, and maybe I just want to break up the land a little bit and put that into perennial pasture. In that case, I'm going to want to fertilize more, and I'm going to want to plant more legumes and things that fix nitrogen. And maybe I don't want something that's that takes so much nutrients up from the land. So instead of a nutrient scavenger, if I'm wanting to turn it into a perennial pasture, I'm going to plant orchard grass and some white clover and things like that, and make that into a long-term pasture, and then not let the pigs back on that at all. So you have places where the pigs are just prepping the land for pasture, and they won't be on there for 3 or 4 years. You have places like this where you're prepping for real high yield annuals, and they probably won't be here for another 2 years. And then you have other places where you just kind of run the pigs through and maybe just throw some seed down, and they kind of circulate back through that area. So they're all, you know, there's always there's all types of different ways that you can do it, and ways you can improve the land. So I really like this Harley rake style, because you can lower it and raise it, and then it'll get like you can get it super flat if you want, or you can just go and top it off and not use as much hours on your machine and not as much diesel. You can just run across and just create a seed bed. So as you lift this hinge up, this rake, you know, goes at an angle which lifts it up, or you can keep getting it down like this, and the wheels will come completely off the ground, and you can really rake it in deep, and it's almost like a plow. So, you know, a quick level when you don't want to really disturb the soil too much, and just get, you know, a quick fast pass, or you can go really deep and really level everything back. So if I were preparing this for a pasture that I wouldn't touch for 3 or 4 years, I would lower this rake super low, get the wheels off the ground, and then just really get it super level, and maybe pass, you know, 2 different ways, and get it perfect. That way, you know, it's easy to get the animals on and mow and whatever else you might need to do to the land. If the pigs are going to be back and forth over it, there's no need in me spending that much time in diesel. So just, you know, knock off the top. You can see this is kind of what I did here. So this is a quick pass. So the teeth are really, you know, very high up. So they're just getting hills. They're just taking these hills there, knocking them into the low spots, and creating a seed bed. So this is perfect for a seed bed. You're not going to want to go 10 miles an hour with a brush hog over the top of it. But that's really not what this is designed for. So that tool is very useful to do different things, and really avoids the need for having to till or plow. Just a much lower impact and lower cost way to do some tillage.